Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and welcome to another FM22 experiment. We are continuing with our search to see whether someone can keep Derby County up from -21. Today we are taking a look at whether Thomas Tuchel can do the job or not. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to click that notification bell to know when a new video goes up on the channel. And also, don't forget to leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. Let's take a look at Thomas Tuchel's profile. So here he is then, the man charged with keeping Derby in the Championship. Tactical of 18 is the biggest standout one. Knowledge, judging player ability, and tactical knowledge, 17 and 19 respectively. Everything else is kind of just in the middle, which is interesting to see. Obviously, lots of things to look at that he tends to do. Uses the counter press, plays out of defence, uses the offside trap, allows creative freedom. Derby do have some creative players in their squad. The question is, can he keep them up from -21? Let's have a look at the end of August and see how he got on. And August has not gone well for Thomas Tuchel. It started well, a 1-0 win over Huddersfield on the opening day, and just the 1 point following that draw with Nottingham Forest. So let's see where they are early season. Currently sitting on -17. The sides around them just on 2s and 3s at the moment. There are quite a few sides who haven't picked up a win so far. Derby are not one of them. Coventry, Swansea, Nottingham Forest and Barnsley without a win at this point. So the damage has not really been that severe given they only picked up 4 points through the month of August. So at the start of October they had an okay September. And they've started all right in October as well. So 2 wins from September, 1 win from October so far, 3 defeats. So it's fairly even since the start of September. Have they got any closer to the sides above them though? They have moved on to -8. Coventry are only on 9 at the moment. 4 wins from their first 11 games. This is more like it. This is what we want to see. A bit of fight at the start of the season, obviously, to get that deficit down as quickly as you can. Let's get to the end of October and see where we are. The rest of October went pretty well for them. A win over Preston and 2 draws against Coventry and Blackburn. Just the 1 defeat in the month of October. That was against Luton Town. So far, it looks like we are going in the positive direction at least. As Derby move on to -3. 18 points from safety at this point. But the sides above them, they're not getting away. They are starting to reel them in. Can they get anywhere at the end of November? But sadly, that momentum that was building has ground to a halt. Only 4 points from the month of November. A win over Barnsley and a draw with Queen's Park Rangers. Obviously, losing to Bournemouth and Fulham, you don't really expect them to pick up much from that. Losing to Millwall is probably a very bitter pill to swallow. Let's see where they are at the end of November. Back into positive points, it has to be said. 17 points from safety at this point. Again, the sides above them are not getting away. Could this be the chance we've been looking for? They've got themselves back into positive at a fairly early stage. Can they have a decent Christmas and kick on into the new year? December has not gone well. Just the 1 point from it, albeit against West Bromwich Albion. That is a very good point for Derby, but they need so much more than that at this stage. 4 defeats. They only scored 1 goal in that time as well. So we know they haven't got much further on in catching the teams above, but have they got further away? So the gap is up to 21 points. Ironically, they would just be inside the bottom 3 if they'd have started on 0. So, are they getting away from them? I think they are a little bit now. See, they're now around about the same sort of wins. It's the defeats that are costing Derby at the moment. 14 from them from the 25 games they've played so far. Will they do anything in January to help bolster out the squad and see where we are at the end of January? So Thomas Tuchel has added some bodies to the squad. A lot of bodies, it has to be said. All loan deals. It's the most players that have been bought in by any manager so far. 2 from Tottenham, 1 from Peterborough, 1 from Auxerre, and 1 from Igbroi O. Hope I have said that right. I doubt I have. Has it helped Derby in their cause to stay in the Championship? Nope. January has gone probably about as bad as it could have done. Reading, the only shining light, a point from them. Losses to Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest, Huddersfield, and Barnsley. So I suspect everybody has probably gotten away from them a little bit now. Yeah, 24 points from safety they are at this point, Derby. It's looking pretty bleak with 16 games to play, but there are still plenty of points on offer. Let's get to the end of February, beginning of March, and see where they are. That's a little bit better for the month of February. 1 win and 3 draws, just the 1 defeat to Middlesbrough. Good win over Millwall, obviously. They were a side that were in and around the bottom half of the table earlier in the season. Let's see how it's helped them out with staying up. Unfortunately, they're not even in double figures yet. Just the 9 points. I know what's going to happen. Obviously, they're going to go down at this point because there's probably not that many points left to play for. So what we'll do, we'll jump ahead to the end of March, see whether the inevitable is going to happen. The month of March has not gone well as well. A draw with Barnsley, defeats to Bournemouth, Blackburn and Coventry. Obviously, April is a huge month for picking up points, but I fear Derby have not got the time to do it. And they haven't. They have been relegated with 10 points so far. 26 points from safety at this point. Is Thomas Tuchel going to end up with the lowest points tally that we've had so far? Let's get to the end of the season and find out. So April was a bit of an improvement on March, but not by much. 1 win from it, 1 draw with Bristol City. They did beat Cardiff on the final day of the Championship season to wave goodbye to it with some degree of pride in place. Let's take a look at the final table. So they finished the season on 17 points. Nowhere near, once again. Even with the 21 points back, they would be still bottom of the table. It's not a very good attempt from old Thomas. Let's see where he lies on the leaderboard. So Thomas Tuchel finds himself at the bottom of the leaderboard so far with just the 17 points to show for his efforts. So the master very much beating the apprentice in this race at least. But I wonder whether our next manager will do better or worse than that. So far, Thomas Tuchel is our worst performing manager. 17 points is not a great deal from 46 games. Can anybody keep Derby in the Championship from -21? I'm starting to doubt it, but we will come back next time with another manager to see whether he can do it. I have got a manager in mind. If you've got one in mind as well, please don't forget to let me know, and I will take a look and see whether they can keep Derby in the Championship or not. Don't forget, if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.